One Saturday morning.
For everybody watching, let me tell you what's not going to be happening today. Okay? We're going to be talking about Detective Pikachu first. There will not be anybody dressed up like a Pokemon today. There won't be any Pokeballs showing up. There won't be any Pikas showing up because I'm so tired. I was so bored by this movie that I don't want to dress up as anything. And you guys, I like to dress up. What about you, Chuck? Chuck? What? Oh, come on, Chuck. What you doing, man? You're embarrassing me. Well, of course, this is Rashad Waters, owner and founder of Block Band Music and Publishing, a company that provides you with music and instruments to marching bands across the nation. This is my partner in crime, the Color Commentary crew. All right, Chuck, let's get into the nitty gritty with this. Let's get into the Squirtle, Blastoise, Bulbasaur with this movie. Bulbasaur was great, by the way, as well. Bulbasaur. So anyway, I do like the little Pokemon. I like Bulbasaur.
You like Psyduck?
Psyduck was the main. He was the champ.
Yeah, they had their moments. I wouldn't give it like a horrible, rating. It is a kids movie, so I just think that you want to be prepared that it's not going to be as complex as you may have wanted your Pokemon movie to be. It's for kids. We got the card game. It's for kids, guys. But I guess this is our non-spoiler review. I'm going to say about things I did like about it. The graphics were awesome. Seeing the battles, seeing how the Pokemon reacted. So like having the CGI it looked really good with the humans. You couldn't really tell. Like they were really there. So they definitely did a really good job on the CGI and how the film looked all together. Let's see. Outside of that, I enjoyed Ryan Reynolds, and I guess this is it's good and bad. Because I'm so used to him in other movies, the only thing that happened, I kind of forgot he was Pikachu. So it kind of felt like he was more just narrating the movie, but I like him in general as an actor, and I do think he's funny, so I did follow along, but sometimes you can kind of forget he's Pikachu on the movie. You just think he's just kind of doing commentating on the movie as it's going on. I really like the funnest scene that I liked was seeing when the best scene that I enjoyed before I did fall asleep at the middle end of it. So that lets you know it is a little boring in some parts. Is when the Charizard got that little blue mist. They had this mist that would like basically turn them evil or really aggressive. And he was charging after the Pikachu, and Ryan didn't know how to do any of his special moves, so he basically sat there in the middle of the ring and like he was about to take a crap. He was just sitting there like, tell everybody stop watching. Tell everybody stop watching. I can do it if they're not watching. So it had like little funny moments like that, and he's like running all over the place trying to get them out. So I enjoyed it. It kind of reminded me of the plot of what's the zoo movie I was telling you about? Zootopia. Yeah, like basically they had a city that everybody worked together, the meat eaters and the plant eaters, and somebody was trying to destroy that because they didn't feel that people needed to be together. They wanted to have everybody separate again, so they started making the meat eaters aggressive again, and that's basically what they did here. But then we find out that the plot is stupid because the bad guy just wants to have everybody just merge into their Pokemon. And like, why? Like, so that they had a decent story until that revealed itself. Yeah. If it was showing him like, hey, I think the city I made was a bad idea. I think humans should. I think the Pokemon are the masters and they should rule the city or something like that. And then he wanted to take the humans and put them, make them basically like the pets for the Pokemon. Like he wanted to do something like that. Yeah. I could see what he was doing, but because he didn't say he didn't have no reason for what he did. He just decided just to like fuse the humans with the Pokemon, and then they didn't talk. They still act like Pokemon, so it's basically a human inside a Pokemon doing nothing. So I didn't really get that. The whole Mewtwo arc of it was interesting. I thought he was a very cool Pokemon, but like I said, his whole I guess seeing how they used him, they made him look like the bad guy first. And you know how they made him look like the bad guy throughout the movie, and then you kind of figure out that it's the older gentleman that is the ringleader, which you probably would have figured it out at the beginning if you've seen any movie. The guy that's always kind of the first one that's kind of happy, and I love everybody, is always the evil guy most of the time. So those little twists in it were interesting, and that'll probably at least allow you to be able to get through more.
Chuck, it's always the old rich white guy. It always is. Or even if they're not old, it's always the rich white guy. Like, I just want to see a movie where the hero shows up. And, like, I can see Deadpool doing that. Just shows up, he sees a rich white guy that just kills him. I know he's the villain. I know he was the villain. And then he not be the villain. Like, that would be great.
That would be like a little girl or something that's running everything. But yeah, I mean, it has its good points in it. But if like Rashad, I don't want to go too much into it. Like Rashad said, if you're a Pokemon lover, like if you grew up with Pokemon like I did, it's entertaining for you to be able to see it on the big screen. And I think that's worth you taking out and checking it out. Ryan does a good job with keeping you involved. He is funny. His jokes do land. I believe that he is. But the only time that you can kind of probably get a little lazy is some of the story. It's kind of boring. And I guess the big conflict with the son, the main character. You know his name?
Yeah, that's Tim. Tim Goodman.
Tim Goodman. I remember I watched him on the Netflix show Get Down. I really liked him on that. This I didn't really like him that much. He was a little corny. And then to me, I don't feel he had reasons to really hate his dad as much as he did. Because if he really wanted to be with his dad sent him a ticket to come live with him. He chose to stay with his grandmother. So it's like, why are you upset that your dad that you're not with your dad when you chose not to be with him? You chose to stay with your grandmother. So I mean, I understand they have some dialogue issues that some father-son issues that they work through. But I don't know. I kind of felt he kind of did a little overboard with his character. Some of his emotional arc, like, okay, it's not that serious. Like, you're kind of moping a little too much. And him and Pikachu, I don't know. Did you like him and Pikachu's dialogue? Did that really work with you the whole movie?
Yeah, it was fine.
It was okay. I don't know. I just found myself kind of getting out of the movie sometimes. So, I don't know. I guess I just didn't really care for his character in this movie as much.
Okay.
So I was more focused on Pokemon. But I like it in some of the other things that he's been in. Like Jurassic World, he was alright. But Get Down, he was really good. This one, I think he could have did a little better. Maybe the writing kind of, didn't allow him to really show his truth.
He was just so focused on Ryan Reynolds, and he was so perfect in everything that every other cast member was just terrible.
He allows the movie, because without him, the movie would be really boring. Like, before his part comes in, I was pretty bored. Like, when it was just the son, trying to find himself, and he found out that his dad is dead, and before you see Pikachu, like, to me, it was kind of boring, all that whole point. It was like, oh, all right, so when is something good going to happen? Like, okay.
What about when he was fighting the, what was that thing? I don't know what the thing is called. I need some Pokemon watchers on here. Remember when he was fighting the one that was wearing the skull of his ancestors? Let me see. There's some things about it. There were some good things. I felt, just like Chuck said, I felt like the script was okay. I thought the settings were good. I thought the whole movie were done really, really well. So for the most part, I didn't have a lot of problems with the movie. However, I did have some, and those problems kind of overrode the good for me. Number one, the villain's plan was pretty stupid. It was a stupid plan. Okay, so the main thing with the villain, again, this is the spoiler review for anybody that's watching, okay? So come back later when we're talking about Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. if you don't want to be spoiled by Detective Pikachu. But I feel like everybody that was going to see that movie saw it this past weekend. Anyway, basically the main villain was a sick person, okay? And so he realized that he could merge his consciousness with Mewtwo. That would be a major upgrade for him. Mewtwo as a Pokemon is extremely powerful. You know, he's got psychic powers, which means that he can fly. I'm not sure if he can read minds. He probably can. He can just basically do anything. He's like Dark Phoenix. I mean, he's incredibly powerful. So that was a major upgrade for him. So he figured, okay, well, if I'm sick and I can upgrade, I can evolve to becoming a Pokemon, that should be a good idea for like all humanity. That's stupid. Mewtwo is like one of only a handful of Pokemon where evolving to him will actually be an upgrade, okay? Most Pokemon are like 3-4 feet tall. The tallest of them are like 5'5", unless you're like a giant, you know, like a Charizard or something like that, okay? They're really, really small. Most of them don't have opposable thumbs. I would assume that their lifespan is not nearly as long as a human. So for most human beings, evolving to a Pokemon, merging with the Pokemon, would not be an upgrade at all. That's a stupid plan. Just like Chuck was saying, if he wanted to say, I believe that Pokemon are superior, then that would be perhaps a better way to go. But to say, hey, make it make sense. Let me see here. Here's a plot hole for you real quick. Okay, Chuck, why is it that Tim, how is it that Tim could understand his dad? Like, why is it that he could understand Pikachu? Like, I don't think they ever explained that. It just, they didn't explain
it throughout the movie.
So right.
I assumed it was because his dad was inside of Pikachu, and because it was his dad, maybe had some type of connection. But, you know, they never actually told us why, so I don't know.
Exactly. I mean, to me, if they were going to go that route, the only thing they had to do was when they started merging the other humans with the Pokemon, they just had to make it so they could talk. And then it would have made sense. But the other Pokemon was still like, Squirtle, 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 Psyduck. You know, okay,
Mewtwo
whatever.
Talk. Well, did Mewtwo talk with his mind, or did he actually talk?
I think he talked with his mind.
Okay.
Yeah, Mewtwo is like Dark Phoenix. Same thing, another plot hole. Along those same lines, why didn't Mewtwo separate Howard and Pikachu at the same time as everyone else? I mean, he literally did the same thing to them as he did to everyone else, merge them together.
Because it's a movie, Rashad, and they wanted to make it dramatic.
I want my movies to make sense.
they wanted you to not know that Ryan Reynolds was his daddy.
It only provided like literally 2 minutes of drama. 2 minutes. I mean, they really just could have made it so that they separated everybody. And then Tim looked over to his left, and then he saw his dad and Pikachu right there. Like they could have done it right then, like adding a whole extra layer. Oh, let me fly over here and show you what really happened. I mean, I guess it made sense. It made sense to some extent from a storytelling standpoint, but it just added another hole in there for me. But again, like I said, my main problem with this movie is Ryan Reynolds. What's happening, Lenny? Mr. Lenny Cooper is checking us out all the way from Durham, North Carolina. Mr. Music Man himself. What's going on? But let me see here. Yeah, I just don't think he was funny to me. I think he has to cuss to be funny. Again, he reminds me of Tiffany Haddish, which I love. She's beautiful, but she's not really funny. She's the person that says outlandish things. Like, she's your friend that will say things that nobody else will say. And that is funny. But if you put her into a situation where she's not allowed to say things that she's not supposed to say, she's not really that funny. And that's how I feel about him. You know, anytime that I've seen him in a place where he's not able to cuss or do outlandish things, it's not that funny to me. So the movie fell flat to me. I feel like the movie really could have been really good because for the most part, it's a good movie. Again, the settings look good. The Pokemon look good. Things
said it
make
was a
sense.
good movie. So I'm gonna
It
cut
could have
that.
been.
Said it was a good movie. Which I
No,
think it's great.
it could have been a good movie.
Better than
Don't be
Endgame.
doing that because you didn't like it either.
No, I told everybody I fell asleep middle through the movie, so that lets you know that it wasn't great. Like, I was knocked out. I hope I wasn't snoring in there. It was a packed house with a bunch of kids, so they were loud.
Wow.
So if I was snoring, hopefully it didn't bother too many of them. I woke up like, oh gosh, what part is it?
I was sitting there eating my snacks that I paid way too much for to stay awake. So yeah, I was awake for the whole thing. But yeah, I would say pass on this movie because Ryan Reynolds to me is not able to deliver his part, which is to make the movie fun to me. And without that element, the movie falls flat. I don't think this is a bad movie, but I would say this is the most meh movie that I've seen all year. It's like right in the middle of all the movies that I've seen. It's not bad, but it's not good. So last comment, Chuck, should people see this movie?
I say if you're a Pokemon lover, like I said before, I think you should go check out the movie. Outside of that, no, you can wait and watch it on TV or never watch it. It won't affect you at all.
All right.
One Saturday morning.